The increasing use of social media, people having access to things like Facebook, Instagram, lots of people are getting scammed online, and I've had enough friends now that I'm kind of getting frustrated by people around me getting scammed by online things. So this is a very atypical video for my channel, but I just want to say a few things that will help prevent you from getting scammed online. So the first thing is that if anyone ever wants to send you money and you have to give your contact details to that person, that's probably a scam. Don't rely on links that other people send you if you need to send money. For example, if you ever have to contact your bank, you can probably go to the bank's website by Googling the bank's website first. But if you just click on other people's links, that can be one way that you can get scammed, because people can actually fake what a web page looks like. Second, if you ever get a text, even from people you know, asking, hey, can you send me the number that I just sent you? For example, they may be like, hey, you just got a text message, the text message has a number like 12345, can you tell me that number? If you ever get anyone asking you for that, assume that that person that sent you the message may have been hacked. This is a really common hack that basically relies on the scammer resetting your password, and then the website that's yours, for example, your Facebook account, is trying to see whether you are the person that's resetting the password. But the way that it does that is it sends you that text message with the number. If you've got the scammer asking you for the number, it's actually them trying to reset the password. Try to use two-factor authentication if you can. That will help a little bit. Two-factor authentication is where, most websites should have it, or at least websites where you have to enter something secure, but look for the words two-factor authentication. What that is when you log into the website, it will send you like a text message, or you have to use some other sort of app to actually do the login to the website. So if you have that, that's going to increase your security by quite a lot as well. It's really, really, really important not to give out passwords over the internet, not to give out money over the internet, and if you have to give your contact details to someone, just be careful about the website and make sure that you're really trusting the person that you're giving the contact details to. One really common scam is where someone will be like, hey, I'm going to give you this much money, I'm going to give you $100,000, but you need to send me $1,000 for you to unlock that amount of money or whatever. Don't fall for that kind of scam, because the thing is, you will never see your money back, and you definitely won't see the $100,000 back or whatever. When it comes to cryptocurrency, for example, Bitcoin and Ethereum, I would be extraordinarily cautious about that. If people are saying, hey, I want you to buy from this website, I want you to send money to this address, then that is a very common way that people get scammed as well. The scams are really sophisticated, so honestly, if you don't understand Bitcoin or you don't understand how Ethereum works, you need to be really, really careful. If you really need to do stuff with other people, you have to sort of do digital transactions, and you're not comfortable with it, maybe just do it in person or something. If you have friends, try to maybe do that in person with the friend instead. Because if you send it to the wrong address, then basically your money is also going to be unrecoverable. So let's say that someone seems to have hacked your computer or your phone or whatever. The first thing to do is you need to change your passwords. And the thing is, you don't need to only just change the password for the account that got hacked, but you actually need to change the password for every single account that you have. If you are changing your passwords, make sure that you've reset your computer. Sometimes scammers got your password in the first place because they've installed a program on your computer that can track your password. So even if your password has the ... when you're typing in the password, sometimes if you've got a certain program installed on your computer, people can actually read what that ... says, and they can read what you're typing because it actually tracks what keys you're pressing. And so often people don't know that these programs are installed on their computer. It's not like you've downloaded an app and then it's done it. Sometimes it's just done through the internet and you don't even realize it's happened until you've gotten hacked. For example, I had my credit card number taken at some point in time. Someone pretended to be Adobe and purchased like $900 worth of stuff on my bank account. And I was like, whoa, I don't remember doing this. But the problem is, I definitely had used my credit card in different websites and stuff, and obviously somehow it got leaked out. So I had to change my credit card details, and then I contacted my bank to launch chargebacks. And then when you ask your bank and tell your bank, hey, this particular charge is not from the website that I think it's from, $900. I definitely didn't spend $900 on Photoshop, for example. That is very suspicious, and actually I had to change my card completely. I changed a lot of my passwords. Another way that you can keep safe is by using different passwords for different accounts, because what most people tend to do for whatever reason, and I'm guilty of this to some degree, right? But a lot of websites will have passwords that are exactly the same password between each other. You really don't want to do that, because if someone ever finds out one of those passwords, they'll probably know which website you've been to and also go to the other websites to look for evidence of stuff. Oh, another thing that's YouTube specific. Sometimes on YouTube, you'll see scam comments that look like it's from the creator of the YouTube video that says, hey, like message me on WhatsApp or Telegram and I'm going to send you a giveaway prize, or I'm going to send you some money. They often use the same profile picture as the YouTuber themselves. So if you're asked to add someone's WhatsApp number to send like a message to enter a giveaway, that's a scam. This is something that's happened more recently. So on a dating app that I was on a little while back, I started getting all these matches, but then the matches themselves were talking to me about Bitcoin trading. Like, this is the first conversation I had with this person about asking them what they like to get up to in their spare time. And they were like, I also like to stay at home and watch a movie or do a few TBC trades by watching RSI and RVI trends. I don't know about you, but joining someone's day trading does not really sound like a great date idea to me. And like, some of them were clearly bots, because I even like sent a message being like, bot test, like apples are to seeds as books are to what, and the person just sent a question mark back. So if you ever get someone that looks like a hot girl that wants to do Bitcoin trading with you, it's very suspicious, so I block them. Anyway, moral of the story, anything with money, be careful. Anything with sharing information to people online for a digital format, be careful. If you're really not sure, like let's say that you're not super familiar with technology, then get someone else to have a look for you. Get someone like that you trust nearby to be like, hey, like, what do you think of this? Do you think that this thing is a particular scam? And that can be like an added layer of security. Anyone around you that's particularly good with technology, they'll probably be used to these scams. Some of the scams are actually very obvious, and the reason for that is because if it looks obvious, then it means that it's the people that are tricked are easy to get money from. I gotta tell you, like, there's a lot of scams on the internet right now. They're getting a bit more sophisticated. Don't fall for them, basically. We're not talking like just little bits of money here. We're talking like tens of thousands of dollars that you could be losing. The thing is, it doesn't matter whether you're old or young or whatever. It's really, really important to be careful. And if you're watching this video, like I basically just don't want you to get scammed. This video is not for views or virality or anything like that. It's purely because people around me are starting to get scammed by stuff, and I find it a bit frustrating because the scams I can see are really obvious when I look at them. This video is not built for views or anything like that. If you've come to this channel for cybersecurity advice, then like, this is not the channel to subscribe to. There's other channels that are more interesting. It's just mainly a public service announcement to people that I know, so that if someone like gets scammed, or I want to help someone not get scammed, you can show them this video, and maybe it'll be helpful to someone. But feel free to subscribe if you like note-taking and nerdy stuff about how to live life better. Yeah, sure, like subscribe for that, but not for cybersecurity stuff. I don't know exactly who this is going to be helpful for, but you make sure that you take care. And I've got an interesting video in the works that will be more interesting, but it's not this one. Share this video with people that you think possibly going to get scammed, or even people that you don't think are going to get scammed. But again, don't subscribe to this channel for cybersecurity stuff. It's just purely a public service announcement because I want you to not get scammed. This is Davido out.